What's good, Black people?
Good.
What's up?
Well, thank you for joining us on another episode of We Brooklyn, where we're a little ratchet, okay, but we're also educated and elevated. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. All right, so today we have a little bit of a different format. We decided that we're going to have an open discussion as friends. You know, it was suggested by one of our biggest fans. So, we're going to go with that. All right. So what's going on, people? How's your day?
Oh, my day's been good.
How's your week?
It was a week.
Hectic. A little hectic.
How was it hectic? What happened?
Just like taking care of people. You know how that go.
Family.
I hurt my back. Yeah, I hurt my back last week during that little hurricane situation.
For real? How?
You know, we left where we lived to go to my pops. And of course his elevator wasn't working. And I had like bags and air mattresses and all kinds of stuff. And he lives on the 5th floor. And it's like double walk up. It's like 2 steps every walk up, 2 staircases every walk up.
Yeah.
So it's like 10 floors. And I had to get like I went back to the car like twice to get stuff, and I walked up so I was in a car accident like 2 years ago. So I had a back surgery. And I just injured it after being good for like a good year now. And it's swollen.
Man.
It's swollen, everything. Like swollen, my arm was hurting.
What's your
everything.
back? Your back is swollen?
Yeah, like like where you go down
around
like
the disc, probably.
right around the back of your spine, like down by your spine. Yeah, like right down the bottom of your spine, like right down there.
Yeah.
It's swollen.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then slept on an air mattress for like 2 nights. On top of that, it's just been
Damn.
When it rains, literally it pours. Like
For real. Shit.
So it's been hurting.
What you did something? You taking something like you?
I took some. I had some stuff left back. I had like a aspirin or something, like some 500 milligram. I found like 2 of them. It didn't really do nothing.
Right.
So I've been icing. I've been icing it. They said to ice it for like 2 days, and then put a heating pad on it for like 2 days.
Yeah.
So I just started icing it, and it didn't make no difference. I had to go to work, so standing up.
Love. Man, that's kind of crazy.
But
I forgot about that. I actually forgot that you hurt your back. A couple of years ago. You was doing that therapy shit for a while, right? Yeah.
And it had become A-OK.
Right.
Last week.
Damn.
Oh, Lord.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, I hope you feel better, son.
Yeah, thank you.
For real.
Thank you.
What you eating though, As? What was you eating in the bowl? What was you eating?
You don't even want to know the shit I'm eating. The people that's listening might be like, really, my nigga, you eating that? I'm gonna let you. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even think y'all can guess what the hell I'm eating.
What?
Like, I'm gonna show you a little bit of it. You tell me if you could guess this shit.
All right,
let me see.
Wait, this shit. Can you guess this?
It's a white ball.
Marshmallow?
It's like a white 8 ball of Coke. You eating Frosty? You eating Frosties? Frosty Flakes? Not Frosty Wheaties?
That shit is the opposite of ice cream. I'm eating
gelato.
Opposite of ice cream?
The opposite of ice cream.
You just eating ice?
Yogurt? What? What's the opposite of ice cream?
I'm eating garlic cloves.
Big like that though? That looked big.
It was big?
Hell yeah, that shit was big.
Nah, I think the camera just add a little pound, a little extra girth on that.
It definitely didn't look like no. It definitely looked like no garlic. That looked like a.
Okay,
for
that
real?
like a whole 8 ball of Coke.
No, that's so huge. It looked huge.
For real? Damn. I don't know. That's garlic.
Oh
You
wow,
eating
garlic
it by
of
yourself?
what?
Yeah. Y'all don't never eat garlic, like pickled garlic? I just got into this shit like about a couple of months ago.
I only
What you mean
eat
like pickle?
garlic.
Like you put in like you put in
yeah, it's like in a jar with like
vinegar
like
and all
the
that.
same way a pickle would be like in a jar with the juice and shit.
Oh yeah,
Yo, awesome! Your face is out of pocket.
that sound good actually. That sound good.
I promise you that shit is good. I promise you.
It sound healthy too.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know it's good for you.
No,
I like garlic. I like garlic.
I love. Now listen, I love garlic. The only time, I mean, and I like to eat it raw too, like in salad or like Oh man, you just eating it raw like that. You just took me back to a place like when we were doing a Sacred Women cleanse flying. Remember? Oh, I'm sorry, Caramel, and we had to do that liver cleanse. And it was like,
what is that?
Oh God, it was garlic, fresh pressed olive oil, organic, lemon, and cayenne. Oh, and some hot water and a tea. Or some people would like take it as a shot, just mix.
I love that thing though.
No, it was healthy for you. It cleansed you.
Right.
You go straight to the bathroom. Like it's not a game.
God, that shit was nasty. Oh my God.
I ain't gonna front. Everything you named, I know that shit is good for you.
No, it really is. I had to talk myself into doing it every morning. Every morning at 4:30, it was like, you could do this.
So what y'all was, it was like a program that y'all was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 3 months.
For 3 months? Vegan
for
3 months. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I fought it for the first month. So I was only vegan for like 2 months. I ain't gonna lie.
And it took me a while. How did that shit make y'all feel? Like,
by the end of it, you know, I was light. It was healing.
Wow.
It was real good.
It was healing, informative, educated.
Yeah, once you get like that, once you cleanse your body too of a lot of toxins, and a lot of like, you know, all like the toxins of food, because you know, food and stuff is like, it could be just as bad as anything else, like drugs or you know, it's just like you overdo it. You know what I'm saying? You eat a lot of it and all that kind of stuff, unnecessary. And then once you start to cleanse out your body, I'm not gonna lie, like you more energy, much better focus.
Happier.
You know, happy, like
you feel lighter.
What? That? Nah.
Yeah. Your heart is lighter.
That's your face start lighting up. You can see light in your face. Like people see you and see like the light be shining from your face. Like
yes, you get that glow, like you know, like Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
You know, you got that glow.
Because I mean, it's food, but then it's also, you know, you deal with a lot of like spiritual practices. You know, you doing meditations at 4:30 in the morning. You know,
doing chants, fire breath.
You take in like cleansing baths. You know, like you take like salt baths to like help pull toxins out of your body.
Every day.
Every week you have a different
you have
something supposed to be live by, like something to live by, like
you know. Theme.
What you mean? Give me an example. What you mean?
Like
when you first start out, you start out with Newt, which stands for womb, and your color is white. What's the second one, Falami? I mean, what's the second one, Caramel?
Jesus. I think, is it Tahuti? I'm not sure if it's Tahuti.
Tahuti is yellow, and that stands for your words.
So like if you I think Tahuti is like one of the easiest ones to explain. So like if Tahuti is talking about like what you say, you know what I'm saying? Like what comes out your mouth. And like during that week, you live by these principles and you're looking to make sure to see where in your life, how are you living in these principles? So it's about your sacred word, Tahuti, like what you say. And you're not supposed to, that week, well, this supposed to be the way you live your life, but that week in particular, you're supposed to pay attention to what you say. Not just like what you say to other people, but what you say to yourself, like inside your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you, how are you nurturing people with your words or not? And if you can't say like positive things, or if you can't say that, you kind of need to stick to yourself. And it's more about being quiet sometimes too, to see what kind of, how you are with your language or how you communicate, Yeah. And I think Tahuti for me, I loved it. Not because I said, I never really say things to other people, but sometimes you be having some messed up thoughts in your head.
That's true, yeah.
Right.
About sometimes about yourself and sometimes about other people. Like you might just walk into like a playground or something and like I remember, I think what happened to you, Tahuti, like I was walking, I had my son and I was going to a playground and like this woman, I think she was like I don't know what she was. I think she was like Russian or something. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But my son was like playing and he must have like tried to play with her daughter. And she gave him what I thought was like the like a kind of stink look or whatever, you know what I mean? Right. I was in my mind like this, like I feel like I was calling her all kinds of stuff, in my head, you know what I mean? I'm thinking all kinds of things, and I'm like, you know what? But she ain't even really say nothing, she did something, what I thought, but I made it up, not necessarily mean that she even meant what I thought. You know what I mean? Right. My mind and my thoughts was just there on the ignorance, like, and I was like, wow. Yeah. I just sent her a whole lot of negativity without even really saying nothing.
Yeah, Tahuti is real. That was always one that I kind of like, of course, struggled with, Right. I use words as weapons and bullets and bombs, you know what I'm saying? So it was a struggle for me. Tahuti was, as far as like talking outside to people, but then it was a good lesson too, because what I learned about it is learning through working through that, right? Not only about talking about other people, but then talking to other people, but then, just like with self-talk. And sometimes you can use your Tahuti to help radiate, certain energies or whatever, right? I'll give you an example. So one time I was on the train, and this was actually a couple of weeks ago, because I did not want to get on the train, but I had to go, do the second session. So I was like, you know what? I don't want anybody to sit next to me. I don't want nobody to sit where I'm sitting. So when I got on the train and I finally got like a clearing where there was like nobody sitting in like a row of 3 seats, I was like, all right. In my head, I was like, I was like, nobody is going to sit next to me because they're going to know I do not want anybody to sit next to me. Okay. And that's what I'm saying in my head. Right. And I just went back to my phone. And as the people were coming on the train, even when it got crowded, everybody sat everywhere else, but they knew not to come into my area. And I didn't even have to look at them. I ain't have to give nobody no stink look like, don't you dare come over here, or I might rob you or something like that. It wasn't even like that. It was more like, I'm gonna just be on my phone and everybody. And you know what? I'm telling you, it was just nothing but the energy. Because even this lady, she was like sitting like across. She put her bag right in one of my chairs. I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. Come on, energy. Come on. Nobody can sit here. You can put your bags. You can even maybe possibly put your child, but you cannot sit here. And it worked. It's all about positive self-talk. So who do you
so that to you was positive?
In that moment, now that we're in COVID, yes, that was very positive.
Oh, that was COVID. That was COVID.
Yes, this is COVID. Like now,
oh,
you know
okay,
what I'm saying?
okay,
Yes, that was a great moment. You know, I used the booty to go within, and you know, and I just put out in the world. Nobody's going to sit next to me, okay? Because no, we're not doing that. Because that's one of the interesting things that I found out. You know, people are back on the train like ain't nothing happened, just with masks on. They standing over certain people. I was like, oh Jesus, no, make it stop, Lord. I'm gonna stay right here.
Oh God.
I didn't even want to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Until the doors open, I did not even want to breathe. Okay. Nah, I'm not a fan of circulated air. So
that shit was never really a good idea, to be honest. Like certain professions, I think should keep the mask on, even if COVID disappeared completely tomorrow. Like,
but I want to know what happened to
serve your food.
Like,
I'm with you with that one.
We was at a restaurant not too long ago, and Duke was super nice. Like, I'm talking about, he was funny, he was engaging, but you know, a couple of times he came over and he was, you know, had his jokes, and we got the food out in the open, and I was just so relieved that he was double masked up, because I was like, yo, I know a little piece of spit would have had to slip out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just imagine
you should definitely have your mask if you serve food.
Just imagine all the spit and hot breath and, you know, sneezing that might have been over your food prior to COVID, you know, while they serving it out, you know, like, oh, excuse me, or somebody sneezing, they be like, oh, but you know, that's still droplets that,
right,
you know,
yeah, that most droplets is real.
Them droplets travel at least 20 feet, you know that, right?
Hell yeah.
Don't even get me started on this. Please, that's why my OCD is.
I agree with you with the food thing. I was saying that the other day too. I was like, yeah, the food thing, to get on the train, I don't ever want that to stop.
Yeah.
Listen, what happened to the sanitation though? Because you know how they were allegedly doing this. I wasn't on the train at that time. Okay, I only experienced it recently. But there was a time that they said that they was cleaning the trains, and people said that the train smelled clean. What happened to that time? Because when I was on there, all right.
Oh, they stopped that. That's done.
See, no, that can't be done if there's still COVID. You know what I'm saying? No.
These niggas, I don't know what's going on. I guess they in their mind, like, we done paying people extra, because what they was doing was they was getting people off the trains at like 2-3 o'clock, and everybody that was left on the train, they had to find a place for them to go. So I know people that was working in that area, and they was getting paid overtime to engage in people on the train. Then you had the people that was driving them to the shelters. You had to have extra police down there because people might be, you know, they might not want to get off the train. So it was a lot of money, and I think they just done with the money game. Like, they done. COVID or no COVID. You know what I mean?
I know at Utica Avenue, I don't know if they still doing it. They were like a couple of weeks ago. You know, when the train comes in, like the 4 train, it stops there. You know, it takes like a certain amount of time. It's like the last stop.
Yeah.
They have people coming in, cleaning.
Oh, they did?
Come in and clean the train. And then by the time, you know, whatever that 5 minutes is, or 10 minutes is, or whatever you wait for it to leave. And then right before it's getting ready to leave, the cleaning people come off the train. And
yeah, but they always do that. I'm talking about that whole bleaching, sanitizing, you know.
No, I'm not talking about little dustpan. I'm talking about with spray bottles and rags and everything, wiping stuff down.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about the dustpan thing. No, I'm not talking about that foolishness. I'm talking about like with the bleach
doing
things.
Real deep cleaning.
Yeah, like
I
with the bleach.
I wonder if they still have wet workers doing that.
I don't know, but I know that I saw that up until I must have seen that up until what, like when California was at summer school. So I want to say like the first 2 weeks in July, I was still seeing that.
Yeah, they got a division at my job that still do that. Well, yeah, they got a division that still do like cleaning the knobs and the light switches and things of that nature. Allegedly. Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you making that face, sir?
Because I know what you eating now. That's what I get for asking, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you get for asking.
That's what the frick I get for asking. Mind your business, awesome. Just mind your mother effing business.
Oh, shit. You know what, though? I've been practicing this thing. I want to know, do y'all think it's a real thing, right? So I read this thing or listening to this thing where the person said that you make a decision whether you are offended or not. And it made me think about the story you just told where the lady was in the park and she made this little face or whatever. And I ain't gonna front to you. Like, I only been practicing in the theory for like 4 or 5 days, but that shit seemed like a superpower right now. It seemed like it just makes your life so much lighter when you don't feel the need to defend anything. You know what I'm saying? Like when you decide that, well, no matter what somebody says, no matter what they do, I mean, besides like physically attacking you, but no matter what they do short of that, it's up to you to be offended or not. Like, you think that's real? That's a real thing?
I do.
Yeah.
I do because, you know, like someone could do something or say something, and you find out with just people, like something that I might consider offensive, someone else, you may say to someone else they don't consider offensive. I've chosen to make it be offensive to me, you know? I think that definitely, because there's a lot of things that people do that it doesn't offend me. You know what I mean? And people like, you're not offended? And I'm like, nah, they ain't got nothing to do with me. That's them. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know, like one of the things my husband always says, like, one of the things he likes about me is like, whenever, like, you know how sometimes you're in a house with people or you just hanging around people and they in bad moods and stuff. And you know how people usually like, oh, what's wrong? You know, and trying to figure out and like, be like, did I do something or whatever, you know, and that kind of stuff. Because, you know, I never do that.
Really? You just leave them be?
Yeah, because I figure like, it can't be me.
Got a lot of practice with that. I'm not gonna lie. Got a lot of practice with that when we was growing up. You know.
I'm like, it can't be me. Like, I never assumed that the situation, whatever they
it's about her until you tell her it's about her. And that's
I never assumed that. And I'm good. Like, you don't want to talk or you whatever, I'm good. Like, we ain't got to talk. Like,
how are you our friend? So you don't know
quiet and all that.
You know, it's funny because I kind of noticed it a little bit this weekend, or it was the last weekend. I forgot what it was, but we was in the shop and she was messing with my hair, and I wasn't in a good mood before I got to y'all. Like, my energy was just, and when she touched my hair, I would push her hands away. I mean, of course it was a joke, but I know me personally, there would have been a time where I would have took that like personally, like, oh, you want some funny stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm realized like she ain't care. She just came back and touched my shit again, like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, and I was like, yo, I like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have had the ability to do that. I would have been on some like, oh, I won't touch it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that it never occurred to me, S.
I know.
Like, that right
now. Listen, I have another thing for your analogy. I hear what you're saying. I believe in the terminology. Why? Because it's also called not giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's called not giving a fuck. When you give stuff too much energy, like, oh, what did I say to them? Damn, what's going on? Fuck that. Fuck that noise. That's my favorite. That's my favorite line now from Kanan. That's my shit. Okay, that mama right there. Shit. Listen, fuck that noise. All right. Fuck all of that. If you got a problem with me, you got to tell me. If not, it's going to just like.
But yo, you don't think that some people seek that type of behavior so they can get some type of attention?
Yeah, and it ain't gonna never work, depending on the people that they get it from. I had a lot of people like that in my life, but you know what? When you play craps, sometimes you crap out, motherfucker, and that's what happens. When you fuck
but is
it
that
up,
good? Like, don't you?
No, it's
be
not. I mean, it's not good or bad. But you know what I'm saying? That just depends on how that motherfucker take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even lie. One time I had an ex, and I was planning to go out of town. But you know, I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling them. I'm gonna stay in town. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go on my trip. You know what the mother effer told me? They was like, oh, well, you planned this trip. Why are you not going? I mean, you said you wasn't going to do anything, so why not go? I was like, you know what? You're right. And I left. Do you know what they told me when I was there in the middle of partying? Talking about you wasn't supposed to leave. You were supposed to stay. I told you that so that you can make the decision to be with me. Well, that's what happens when you fucking play mind games, bitch. I don't play mind games, all right? You gotta tell me what you want, why you got me, or I'm out. Come on.
I don't know about that, son. Because
it's true.
Part of it's supposed to be
younger. Even when we were younger. I used to get pissed off all the time about certain things that would be on, and we would be on our way to BBQs, or sometimes we'd be on our way, to Caramel's house, or coming from KC's house or something, and everybody be like, "Yo, you all right?" or some. I'd be like, "Yo, leave me the F alone. Leave me the F alone," and then they'd be like, "All right," and then we would continue to do whatever, and they would ignore me until I was ready to interject back into the crew. And you knew that because then I started conversating with everybody again. And they'd be like, oh, she good. And they would just ignore me and then come back in and be like, and act like nothing was going on. She's had a lot of practice.
That works. That works for you. But there's some people who really need, like, are you okay? Is everything all right?
Where's their mama? Where's your mama? Where's your daddy?
Come on now.
Nah.
Come on, son. Like,
get the F out of here. Where's your girlfriend? Where is your spouse? You need a titty to sit.
What if you're the spouse?
What you say?
What if you are the girlfriend? What if you are the spouse?
All right. If you're the girlfriend and you the spouse, then you ain't got no choice. God. So if you not.
Well,
that's
if you not,
Caramel is saying she don't give a fuck who doing it.
Listen, it's different when it comes to like your significant other or your spouse, okay? Because you can read them, and then you have to care about what they care about because your life is together and all that.
Let me ask you a question. Was that relationship affected by you going like long term?
What relationship?
The one you said.
Oh, you talking about the one I...
Yeah.
What? Ask the question again.
Was your relationship where you decided to go on that trip, was it affected long term?
Hell yeah, it was affected long term because after that we broke up. When I came back, like a week and a half later, we broke up.
Damn. What, yo?
Because they couldn't get past it. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, oh, you went on a trip, you did something. And it was like, no, I didn't. Because I was on the phone with you all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? So then it just became like this other thing. And it was just like, yo, I can't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Obsessive Virgo. Shout out to my Virgos. I love y'all. But damn, to be in a relationship with y'all,
oh my God. But I thought that was the whole point of a relationship was to
but a whole point of a relationship too. No, a whole point of a relationship too is also to be honest and say what you want. Now, if you really wanted me to stay, when I suggested that I was gonna stay, I would have been like, you know what? Oh my God, babe. I love you, that much more. Come on, let's do this. Let's plan something that we could do this weekend together. I wouldn't have been like, let's go, you know, why you now decided not to go and treating me like a suspect? You know what I'm saying? Like how am I being honest with you and telling you, right? Because I was like, hey, I want to spend time with you. I want to be with you. I was like, no. But don't you want to go on your trip? You know,
Right. He did a little bit too much. He did a little too much.
You see what I'm saying? You got me thinking. Now you got me thinking about the money that I already spent. So now, yeah, 1 + 1 do make 2. You right. I'm out. You know, so like, but and that's not what, to me, what relationships about. It's not about manipulating one another into like head games and like mind F's and all of that other stuff. Tell me what you want, all right? And if I could provide it,
I disagree. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I disagree, but I will say this. I realize that there's one determining factor in any relationship, and it's going to determine whether it goes somewhere or not. And that is, can I affect you? If whatever I do doesn't affect you, then we really don't have a relationship. If I can't be in a bad mood and that not somewhat trigger your mood, are we really in a great relationship where we got this vibe and energy with each other?
Of course. I mean, if you care about somebody,
you think so?
I'm sorry, Caramel. What you saying? Go ahead.
You could be, because you could be feeling like that, and the way I could be affecting you is the fact that I'm not feeling like that, and so I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Trying to change that person's mood.
I've seen people in relationships where it's like, yo, somebody says something like, you know, I just didn't like the way you did that, and the other person is like, yo, listen, man, I don't know what to tell you. And I feel like once you get to that point where whatever you go to is now like, well, listen, you can take it or leave it. It's like the relationship is done.
Oh, and I've seen that's different.
The best relationships I've seen is when somebody is going through something, right? I had a dude I used to work with, and to me, he's in the best relationship I've seen so far. It's not perfect. But as far as like the energy that he has for this relationship and for this woman, and they was going through something where they wasn't seeing eye to eye. And I can tell the whole day he was just not himself. He was talking, but his mind was somewhere else. Finally, she calls him and he's like, oh, I gotta take this call. And he goes over to like the side somewhere and he's just into this conversation. And whatever they talked about, she must have said, they must have made some type of leeway where she was feeling better and he immediately felt better. And I just feel like that isn't, I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but isn't that very important to a good relationship?
First of all, let me just say bravo, girlfriend, bravo, because you got that boy's voice. You got his nose wide open. As you should, okay? And every man should love their woman more than she loves him. I'm just saying, you learn shit as you get older. But there's not a problem with that. You know, maybe he was affected because he smacked her. You know what I'm saying? Or it was something that he did.
Nah, it wasn't that like that.
All right, maybe it was something that he did on his end.
Right, he definitely did something.
Right, so whatever he did on his end, it was like the guilt of that, plus dealing with whatever, you know, her knowing, and then like whatever that outfall was, right?
Right.
So that's what had him feeling real down, because he was on that tightrope. You know, he was on that tight, like, yeah, I don't know if she gonna be here.
Right.
You know? All right.
Oh,
so
Lordy.
That's what's his sign? Do you know his sign and his birthday?
I can't give that out because
he sounds dramatic, son. He sounds
you know
dramatic.
What? I'm gonna tell you this.
He sounds dramatic.
I think you might be on something there, but I'm
just saying. I'm just going with the little bit of notes you gave me, son. I'm just going with the little bit of notes.
The little bit of knowledge you're getting through. The little knowledge you're getting through.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of knowledge, okay? So with all of that put together, he put himself in a pickle and he was trying to get out the jar. I'm happy that he's out the jar. Congratulations, girlfriend. Right. Keep him dragging with his nose, okay? Keep the nose
wide open.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
It is. It really is.
That's hilarious. But you do. I think you definitely feel better. I definitely think you definitely, if your significant other's not feeling good and then they start feeling better, whether you have something to do with it or not, I feel you definitely feel good about it. Like, you don't want anybody to be in a bad mood or to be sad or anything. You know what I mean? You don't. Yeah. You don't want that. Like, I don't want that.
I think what happens is it's a natural feeling to be like that, but some people manipulate it and they use it. Like, if I know that I can affect you now, instead of, like you said, awesome, where you just being real and saying this is what you want. Now you instead of you just saying it, you try to
emotionally manipulate.
Right? Yeah. I think that's probably where it goes bad. It's like,
yeah, that's the shit I'm not with.
You want the extra.
Right.
I'm not
with that shit. It's not cool.
But I mean, that's what's out here, you know.
Exactly, and that's why Ami is still single. Okay, proudly. All right, and actually today makes a whole year that I broke up with that.
For real?
All right. Yes, it does.
Do you have any encouraging words for the single ladies out here?
All I want to say is go after what you want. Don't settle, okay? And just like we said with Tahuti, speak into existence what you want and have mercy, Jesus. It will show up, okay? But be careful what you wish for too, bitch, okay? Because it will come, all right? And sometimes it'll come on strong. Be easy with your blessings. Be easy with your blessings. But yeah, you know, I would be interested to see how it turns out with old boy. You know, how, you know, what he's going to do to make up for all of this. You know, are they going to dinner? You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they are in a very tight relationship. Like I said, it's one of the best I've seen. And I've also seen the opposite where, you know, somebody has a problem and it's like, I ain't even answering the phone. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I don't know how relationships, how they survive that. Like, you got a kid that I'm in some sort of angst or some sort of, you know what I'm saying, discomfort. Like, how you don't care?
You know what? You do care, right? But again, this is a case-by-case scenario by people, because some people can be toxic and poison when they're in those spaces, right? Depending on what space they're in. And that energy is also transferring, right?
True.
So depending on how low you get or how low your spouse gets, sometimes they do need alone time.
Yeah, that's true. I had to learn that the hard way.
You had to learn it the hard way?
I had to learn that the hard way.
How? When we had the click that we had, how did you learn this?
How you had to learn that the hard way?
Because
mental case. We had a few.
I feel like I'm an optimistic person. I feel like I could turn the tides of misery and sadness and depression
they will
around.
Suck you until you look like Skeletor. Are you kidding me?
That's never happened to me before I had to learn, leave niggas alone, because their energy is more powerful. They negative energy is more powerful than my positive energy. Listen, and they will make me a fucking monster.
Sometimes the dark is more powerful than the light. You gotta recognize how much light you got.
Sometimes that dark is the super abyss.
Yeah, stupid.
No, for real, it is. It is like the black hole, and it will suck you in there, and you will have to focus on your own light in order to get out. Okay, you have to use your own light, call on your own ancestors.
You know what it is too? I think it's because I've been in situations where that type of attitude was made to be manipulative. So when I respond to it, I get a reaction because that's what they wanted. But this new darkness I've been introduced to is an authentic darkness. It ain't for show or manipulation. It is just the depths of darkness that they choose to, I ain't gonna say choose, but that they go to, and there's nothing I can do about it. I actually think they revel in being like on their own.
Listen, I'm telling you something. Look at me right now, okay, while I'm talking to you. Because this reminds me of another relationship that I had right before the one that I was telling you about. And then after that one, I went back to this one. We'll talk about that in a whole nother segment. All right. But for this particular reason, this person, I thought that I loved them. I thought that I was in love with them, but they sucked the living light out of me. You know, like, and what I realized is that they chose to be that way. Like, I mean, we had conversations because I was like, listen, this can't be life. Like, every time I come over here, I feel like I done stepped into some kind of twilight hole. You know, I'm in a sunken dark hole. I can't get out. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared to go to sleep. Like, oh, hell no. You know, right? Okay. At the end of the day, when I was having conversations with this person, it came out, you know, where they stated that they were okay with being unhappy. Like, they were okay with holding grudges for the rest of their life. They was okay with like not continuing to go to therapy because they didn't feel that it would change anything. And they were happy being unhappy. Like, they found happiness in being unhappy. And I was like, no.
Right.
Nah, this ain't right. You know, like, you sure? And they was like, no, I'm definitely sure. I chose this path in my life a long time ago. That's when I was like, yeah, I can't fuck with you. So that's why I had to walk away from that one.
Nah, I don't blame you on that one.
Yeah.
That one is a little bit.
I mean, they consciously chose the darkness, son.
Comfort is found in a lot of different places.
So is that how y'all both get what y'all want from relationships y'all had? Y'all just ask for it?
I find it's best when I ask for it.
I mean, I'm a straight shooter. I don't really ask for much.
I mean, I find it best when I ask. I mean, of course, people definitely try to see what you may want. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I can't say that I've ever asked for anything and never gotten it.
I think when
is it because you don't ask for a lot, or you so used to asking for stuff, people know like, no, she really wants that.
I don't think I ask for a lot because I don't need a lot of things in order to be content. You know? So I guess maybe when I ask for something, I'm always giving it because I don't ask for a lot of things, maybe.
Right.
You know? Because I don't need a lot of stuff to be like content. Like, you know, simple things. Like for me, a lot of simple things make me happy. You know, you like, you know, pick me up something from the store, you know, like bring me home a drink that I like. Like I like simple things, kind of like really make me like happy.
Yeah. Thoughtful things mean a lot. I rather like gifts that you just pick me up because you were thinking about me, because that's how I tend to pick up things. But I'm not really a gift person. I'm more like quality time, but not quality time all the time. You know, like when we schedule it, you know, because I like my me time too. I'm a crab. You know what I'm saying? I like having my me time, but you know, I also like to cuddle. So you know, when I like to cuddle,
that's straight. Are you? Because I'm the way you talk, the way you act. I just find it hard to see softness. Do you have softness in you?
Oh yeah, she got a lot of
I'm very soft. Yes. See, but that's the whole thing, right? When you have like a male partner, you can be more soft and more delicate, like a flower, because you know I'm allowed to put down my wall. I could be more feminine. And I think I am feminine. You know, I put on makeup. I have lashes. You know, I try to show softness in other ways, right? But then at the same time, because I'm single, you know, and men have they only really believe in like male privilege, right? When you tell them no, or you tell them like other things, they don't necessarily believe it until you know you have some oomph behind it. So you know, it's just my Brooklyn attitude, really. But you know, I become a little girly and everything like that when I'm talking to a guy. I'm actually really shy, believe it or not. When I'm like talking to somebody I'm really into, yes, I'm really shy.
It's true though.
I'm like extremely shy. Like look at you in the corner, like. But I'm also.
I mean, she gotta really like you though.
I gotta really but you know, at the same time, I'm also a klutz too. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm like a whole, you know, something about Mary movie. Like I'll like you and like be trying to come towards you and then boom, 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 fall. You know, some dumb shit like that. You know.
right.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense.
Listen, when you single on these streets, son, you gotta do what the fuck you gotta do. People gotta know when to back up. You know, people like to touch you. They like to grab you in the street. You know, like what you doing? The fuck is wrong with you? You know. And yeah, I have to act like I'm ready to fight. I'm hoping I don't want to fight. Okay, but I'm hoping. Shoot, leave me alone.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy.
Why? So, are you the kind of person where you rather people ask you, or?
Like, I've definitely been a emotional manipulator for sure.
You rather emotional manipulator?
Oh yeah. I mean, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but
Cardi was right when she said guys like toxic girls.
Huh?
You say you don't want to tell what?
I don't want to tell anybody that I want you to tell me you love me. Mm-hmm. Tell me you love me because I need love. Right. You know, I don't want to say, could you rub my back? Because no, can you just rub my back? Like you see me over there.
With my back hurting.
With my back hurting, yeah. I don't know. That's a very important thing for me that you.
Oh, but you think that's emotionally manipulating? No, I don't think that's like emotionally manipulating.
Well, because if you're not doing it, now I got my arms crossed and I'm like,
and you got an attitude.
Yeah, because now I gotta step up the cues for you to understand that I'm not all right.
Okay, I see.
All you gotta do is get more like your boy. You just gotta be more dramatic. That's all. You gotta come in and be like, babe, oh, and start calling my back.
My back and my neck.
My back and my neck. My back. Nah, but I think that's a little immature. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you just can't abuse it. But I do think you need to read the cues and and you know what I'm saying? Be a little attentive. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else really give a fuck about you in this world. You know what I'm saying? It should be the person that you lay next to. It should be the person that you know speak to you know most of the day. It should be that person who you give your body to. If I'm giving you this, then you should be checking on me and making sure that I'm okay. Because again, the guy in the street is not, the girl at the job is not, you know what I'm saying? Your friends are busy with their lives. Not everybody got time for you. So I'm just saying, son.
Where's T Money so she could come give you a hug? Where is T Money?
Whoa. We don't do that. We're not doing that.
But you don't want no hug? You don't need a hug?
Well, man.
We could do a Zoom hug.
Yeah, come on. We could do a Zoom hug. That was a nice moment.
I feel you on that, S. But I think people mostly when you are in a relationship, people are pretty connected to those issues. Like if you're not feeling well or something, like physically, like you hurt yourself or you you coming in, you got a headache, you know, somebody go inside a cabinet, hand you an aspirin, you know, come over, rub your head. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, give you a little head massage, give you a little neck massage because they see you look like you got a headache or, you know, like
nothing wrong with catering to the person that you love.
That's definitely
There's nothing wrong with catering.
Definitely that's just I feel like that's nurturing.
Nurturing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the act. It depends on the act whether it's nurturing or catering. Because if I'm feeding you food, you know, if I'm feeding you food, I'm at your feet and stuff, to me, that's catering. If I'm rubbing your back, it depends, because that could also be manipulative. I could be rubbing your back, so you give me like $500. I could be rubbing your back. So, you know, You know,
but you can also be giving somebody food so they can give you $500.
Right. Then you had that video.
You won't go that far. I don't know if
when we was doing that music shit, you had the skit where the girl was basically saying, "Are you having sex with your husband? It's for that. You doing this shit for something. You want something out of it."
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
when she was saying that everybody.
You remember that shit?
Yeah, no. When we was talking about for our summer songs, and mine was Jasmine Sullivan.
Yes.
And there was the interlude where that was the actual hoe from the streets. I forgot her name. Where she was
a
saying,
hoe?
Yeah, she was interviewing actual prostitutes in between her songs. Anyway, that's why it's called hotels. Anyway, yeah, that's when the escort, the young lady, was saying that, hey, they judging us for what we do and getting money, but you know, women like wives, girlfriends, they do it too when they want to get stuff out their man. So yeah, you're right, exactly. But food, to me, if I was a man, nah, you got to come better than food, girl. Not unless it's like food.
It depends how good your food is.
I guess. You know what? Let me shut up. I was gonna say something, but I'm not even gonna go here.
I know how good your food is.
I'm not gonna go there.
So y'all just good girls. Y'all never manipulated nobody, huh?
For what? Karma.
Let's
come back.
Manipulate for what?
Wait, exactly. Well, okay, you talking about manipulate people in relationships?
In relationship? Well, yeah, actually, yeah. What are you talking about? Which one? What just in like a relationship situations, or you're just saying?
Yeah, you want to ask questions and go off screen. I hope you finish eating that pickle stuff.
Oh man. I don't know.
No, what's the question you were asking now? We got 7 minutes.
You got 7 minutes.
What's the question you were trying to ask now?
When? I was trying to ask a question?
You said something about we never manipulated, and we're asking you, are you talking about just in relationships and manipulation?
Yeah.
Or like...
Oh, word, right? Because it don't have to just be that. Like, yeah, in any relationship, have you ever been guilty that you know of manipulating?
In any relationship, guilty of
any relationship. And is manipulating bad if you can be manipulated by that person and respond to them too? Because is there anything wrong with catering to somebody if they cater to you? No. As well?
No, we just said that. There's nothing wrong with catering to somebody, but catering and manipulation is two completely different things, okay? And because catering is voluntary, all right, manipulation is involuntary. It's involuntary to the person that you're manipulating. Like nobody's just like manipulate me, okay?
Hey, manipulate me.
Yeah, no. I think I didn't manipulate a person, but in one of my past relationships, I did manipulate a situation. I did. Yeah.
So you got something out of it that you wouldn't have got out of it had you not positioned yourself.
Actually, I didn't get anything out of it except not dying in my sleep. Yeah. So I would say
I don't even know. I guess you ain't going to embellish on that, son.
What?
That should sound like a
all right, I'm gonna say it like this. I was with my former husband before we were divorced. We were married. And on my phone, he had found a picture of me and this scuba diver.
Is that a euphemism?
No, I'm telling the truth. That's what it is. He found a picture of me.
Okay, no, I didn't know if that was your nickname for him for the shit he did for you. My bad.
He found a picture of me and the scuba diver. And I was asleep. And my former ex-husband is crazy. Okay. To say the least. He's out there.
Okay.
So he woke me up and he was like, what is this? And I was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going back to sleep. So of course I wasn't asleep during the time that I was trying to go back to sleep and act like I was sleeping. I was coming up with a story.
Right.
That I could say to him by the time I fake woke back up.
Okay.
So I was able to manipulate a story that allowed me
to get out of
that situation and still be able to sleep next to without dying.
Damn.
He wasn't abusive, but you just know how people just have certain ticks and limits.
Yeah. I used to be that guy.
What, with the ticks and limits?
Yeah, I used to be bad. Like,
really?
Lord of mercy. Really bad.
You, S.O.
Not you, S.
Really bad.
You know what? We should have known, Caramel, because look at the do-rag.
The do-rag is a giveaway?
The do-rag says it all. Look, I got my
it's that Scorpio moon or whatever, rising or whatever. That's probably the giveaway.
Yeah. I've matured though.
Ew, he got a Scorpio moon and rising?
No, Taurus moon. Scorpio rising.
Oh, okay. That's why we be getting along, because you got that Taurus moon. Okay, that makes sense. And
you got Taurus moon?
Okay. No, I have a Gemini moon and an Aquarius rising. And Caramel has an Aquarius moon and a Gemini rising.
Yeah, that Gemini rising is for sure.
Yeah. My Gemini, you talking about me?
Yeah,
you know he always got something smart to say.
I'm just
trying
saying.
to say S. What you trying to say?
That cool, collected, breezy sort of exterior is I can see it for sure. For sure.
Gemini.
All right. Well, the time now is. Go ahead.
Kiel and I were just the water signs with the air signs just flipped.
Right.
Right. That's why my mouth is the way it is, because I got that Gemini moon. I will flip on your ass.
Ooh, Gemini moon?
Yeah, her moon's in Gemini.
I know you ain't talking Taurus moon.
Yeah, but that Gemini? Oh, Lord have mercy. If I wasn't surrounded and loved me some Geminis in my life, listen, Geminis are like, boy, oh boy.
Go ahead and say it.
They just.
Go ahead and say it with 1 minute left.
I don't know how to put it, but they can be
better find a way. Because our biggest thing is communication, so you better communicate properly right now.
I'm gonna think about it. Next time we talk, I'm gonna have it down pat what I need to say about the Geminis.
But the Geminis, you good. Them Geminis is good with you though, because you know what you are.
Yeah, but I realized something about them. Like they are like, I can't put the words on it right now.
You better keep finding them words. They better keep spinning.
Hey, some of your little closies right now has Gemini in their profile.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I love them. But, you know, they got a little thing with them.
Little thing. I'm not gonna forget that. We definitely bringing that back up next week.
No doubt.
All right, now the time is now an hour past. I want to thank you for the panel. Thank you for this. This was pretty good discussion.
It was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel. And as always, we will see you in 2. And we out.
Good night.
Hey, yo! What up, Brooklynites? It's awesome. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel. Don't forget, we drop new episodes every Thursday. See you soon. Peace.